There's a new kit in town and it makes its way into the workshop. Keagan and Tim reshuffle the hoist and get the dyno ready to put Softies through its first run. This stock beast is in for Stage 3 Streetfighter kit, which includes full stainless steel exhaust system, including ceramic coated headers, high flow cats and Streetfighter catback exhaust, Streetfighter intercooler kit with boost pulley, injectors, twin entry filter and a full retune.
Fresh meat. Alright, here we're just hooking up the boost. Make sure we got boost pressure up on the scale here so we can go ahead and do further tuning to the car. I'll also be hooking up the temp probe, does inlet intake temperatures. This is a dyno fan that produces the same amount of airflow as the car would see on the road. Make sure all the computers here set up. There's little numbers, kilowatts here on the left, RPM down the bottom, PSI, which is your boost on the side here. And through the computer program, we can go ahead and change these figures, allow us to help with the tuning of the vehicle, get a good result. Yep, Softies. We're going to turn it into a hard one. Customers always like their before run. That way they can see what's happened with the stock run and the improvement and see how much gain they've made from the spending all the dollars. Do the pre-vehicle inspection as per the warranty. Go through and have a look on the checklist. So we're removing the components to be able to get the engine, drop it out clean without having it snag up on anything. So I'm just getting all the bolt-on stuff away.
Oh, you're kidding!
No kidding here, mate.
Undo everything I did so I can put a connector on. Yeah.
That's the beauty about this job. All that now should fold back in there. The idea is to drop her all out without having anything attached. Hope it just falls down. There's your throttle body. Just a few hoses off the back and then we'll go underneath and then start removing tail shaft and gearbox mounts and drop it on the ground.
Tim's just finished the service on the GT-P. A quick high pressure clean off and then it's onto the dyno to get the serious work done.
So here we are with Luke's car. We're replacing the 42-pound injectors for a 60-pound injector, simply because we're looking at, after Christmas time, we're looking at upgrading the boost and doing a upgrade with the blower. There's a few new bits after 4 or 5 years of development. So we're going to be upping the boost from around 10, 11 PSI up to 15. And we want to keep the fuel up to it, so we thought we'd do it now. These good old gold injectors, but the Siemens Deckers that we use here are more advanced fuel injector. So we're just in the midst of fitting them now. And then we can keep the fuel up to the car when we put more boost in it. But for now, we're just fitting them up and then we're going to do a complete retune and see what the result is from that retune today. This is the quietest we've ever seen, Tim. It's easy to shut him up, just put a camera on him. Hey Timmy, you're not bashful. See that look? That was the look of, I'm going to kill you.
Sorry, boss. Blow her off.
Yeah, I know. It's got, what now?
I can't get to that back injector. I'll just try, but look, see this doesn't have, it's the old school one. So it's going to be a real pain in the ass. Difficult. There, got it. You can see just down there, it's not an easy thing to get to. It's all downhill from here. I just can't start it now until I've done a tune because the injectors are different. They're going to be injecting a different amount of fuel, so I've got to change that first. Then I can start the car and get down to finishing off the tune.
Tim's onto the tuning while Keagan has almost finished prepping the engine.
Now we're going to get in here and I've got to remove this top arm, the caliper. I've got to let it hang off the body just so the engine and cradle can come down all as one. I've got the best tool in the workshop helping me here. Big fella.
You said I'd never get my hands dirty.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Keagan is almost ready to get underway, while Tim has the first tune finished and ready to run. .2 rear wheel kilowatts just wasn't cutting it. So it's back to the retune to tweak the numbers. Keagan has the engine free and ready to go onto the stand. It's a matter of easy does it and 1 inch at a time.
Lock of casters on it, so it helps us to be able to move it around. But if we don't want it to move, we can lock it down. Then the car just rise up then. Yep, no, you're pretty good. All right, yep, keep going. And we're out. That's how it's done. To remove this extractors here, I've actually got to pull the engine mount and that off the actual block, so I'm going to have to suspend the actual motor to be able to pull the extractors off, just because of the design. I hate Ford because of that. Both sides you got to do it too, not just one. So it is fun. I don't know why they did it, eh?
Keagan gets to work at setting the suspension, while Tim has a second tune flashed into the car and is ready for another run.
Nearly 10 kilowatts from when it first came in. It doesn't have the power drop off that it did before, and the air fuel ratios, if we switch the air fuel ratios, we'll go back here, and the air fuel ratios are running all around 12, up to 12 at the end, so it's nice and safe there. You can see the big difference there, where it was leaning out here, so it was far too lean there, ends up about the same. So running it fatter, which is safer, more fuel, keeping the intake temperatures down and making more power. So, yep, it's come along and it's made good power. So we're happy with the result.
It's the end of the day and all hands on deck to get these stock extractors off this 2012 GT-P. It's a bit of holding your mouth the right way, a bit of improvisation, and a lot of patience.
Still pick the whole thing up. No, because we only want to attach one side.
Ah, teamwork. Nothing like putting heads together to solve a problem.
Yeah. We'll be here, what, for how long? 3 hours? How about?
Job done.
Was that hard?
Still got to pull that back.
A little bit.